It gives me a great pleasure and happiness to welcome our elite panelists for today. I'm happy to have Chef Dolcy Bachkaniwala and Mrs. Ekta Bhargava. I will just be introducing them in a minute to you all. We are very privileged to have you on behalf of Oro University and School of Hospitality Management. Thank you all for taking your time out from your busy schedule and your.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I would love to be with Oro University again and again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you. And of course with you also, Chef. I will just start by introducing both our panelists. I will start with Chef Dolcy Bachkaniwala. She's a chef, a food consultant, and an entrepreneur. She is an engineer in computers by qualification and has tried her hands being a lecturer in university and have done business of jewelry for about 2.5 years. She always had a passion for cooking and had been involved in household cooking for about 20 years. In 2011, she cleared the series of auditions at the premier cooking show MasterChef India Season 2 on Star Plus. She came out as the top 6 contestant in that season. She was trained and taught different cooking techniques, playing around with different ingredients by top chefs of the country during her time at the show. Immediately after the show, she came up with a most unique and extraordinary venture of cooking studio, where she trains and teaches various cuisines for the culinary lovers of the Surat city. Her other expertise has been in designer cakes and gourmet desserts. She also undertakes consultation services for restaurants for menu designing, manpower training, food styling, etc. In her journey, she has judged so many cooking competitions and organized various cookery workshops as well. She just organized a very successful cookie competition, I think, in last month, and I think the prize is also disclosed on the winners also disclosed on her page. So congratulations for that also. And of course, she has also introduced a chef table concept in Surat, where she serves a very selected exclusive 7-course gourmet menu to very selected high clientele. So that's also a very innovative thing that you're doing for the city. Thank you so much, and it gives us great pleasure to have you with us on our platform. Thank you so much.
Really creating pressure, okay, by saying so many good words about you.
No, really not much. It is just the reality, nothing else. So without any further ado, I will also introduce our second panelist for today, Mrs. Ekta Bhargava. She's the co-founder of Bandwagon Media Private Limited and publisher of Better Kitchen and Kazakh India Business magazines. From childhood, she was always fascinated about cooking and its world, also wanted to do something exclusive regarding the scene. After marriage, she was to set up her kitchen and try to find out some magazine for kitchen, but failed as there were no magazine exclusively devoted to kitchen. She glimpsed she entered the media industry to publish magazine which will not only provide the information and news, but also give trends, views of industry leaders and homemakers, which will be a great help to the industry as well as all the end users. This vision turned into the launch of Better Kitchen magazine in September 2015. Now, Better Kitchen is India's only bi-monthly magazine exclusively devoted to meet the domestic and commercial kitchen needs and solutions. She is turning the Better Kitchen into a 360-degree media solution platform for corporates, brands, hospitality, education, chefs, homemakers, and to everybody else who are concerned and who are like-minded. I welcome you all, and thank you once again for joining with us this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Vimal, for saying such a good words for me.
I hope you see.
And my Better Kitchen magazine.
I think we all are basically joined with one common attribute, that is food, and food is what really joins us.
Correct.
Food is also, I think, a great healer at this time, and it's also providing a lot of comfort. I think it's also providing a lot of calmness, peace, happiness, joy to a lot of people who are sitting at home. So there couldn't have been a better topic to discuss than discussion on food. So, with your permission, I would like to begin our discussion today on trends on cooking during the lockdown. As you know, this lockdown scenario poses a lot of challenge, and it gives us a lot of restrictions in terms of ingredients and all those things. So, I will ask you a few things about that. But before I begin with that, I think we have already spent some time about knowing your past and introducing you. But I think it will be very important to put things in perspective and start with how and when did you decide to enter this field, and what prompted you to enter this? Because I think both of you are not originally from the cooking field, or probably from hospitality or from the culinary domain. So, what prompted you to enter this field? Your views on this, please. Over to you.
So, food is one thing that connects everyone, family, friends, or the social thing or wedding, whatever it is. Food is very integral part of it. And yeah, I am from a very foodie family, so I always had that inclination towards cooking different things differently. And when I got opportunity to enter this show called MasterChef India, which is like the biggest reality show for the food, so that got me into cooking. And then when I was there, I found that a lot can happen over food. It is not just a teen time ka khana, breakfast, lunch, dinner, but a lot can happen. So that is how I I got into this field.
Okay, good. Ekta ma'am, over to you now.
Yes. So I'm from Rajasthan, and you know how the Marwadis cook food. So
Yes.
I'm from a joint family, and in my family, in our community, ladies are a fabulous cook. So I have learned a lot from my grandmother and mother and my aunties, my sisters. So they are a fabulous cook. So when I got married, so I always fantasized about this industry because I was watching Sanjeev Kapoor's show, other cookery shows on the TV. That time YouTube was not there. But I always fantasize how this hospitality works, how the chefs work, and a few of my friends are into this hotel industry, and we shared a lot of things. So I got interest into this field. Basically, I am a teacher, and after that teaching job, this food industry became my passion. So I thought that let me go into this industry and spread my wings in this industry. And
Okay.
food connects everybody.
Mhm.
So I
Certainly,
entered this
certainly.
field, and yes, and when I got married and I shifted to Mumbai, I want to set up my kitchen, but I didn't got any of the magazine which helped me out
Yes.
regarding the kitchen things, regarding the
Okay.
kitchen requirements, the safety
Mhm.
measures, how to set up a new kitchen and all. So I thought if I have that capability, and my husband was into media for since so
Mhm.
many years, so I thought let me start this magazine and help me out to all the industry lookers, those who are seeking for requirements of setting up a kitchen or the safety measures or recipes or the different solutions. So I want to take out the magazine which gives you a 360-degree solution under one roof. So I enter in this.
Great, 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 great. Thank you so much for your comments. And one thing that really came out well is I'm happy to connect with my co-teachers, who have also been connected to the teaching field, and have been, I think, also imparting and being connected to training and other formats. So it gives me a pleasure to connect with both of you once again. Moving to our next aspect that we have to talk about. As I have been telling you that we all are connected with this and have a common passion for food. How important do you feel is what is the role of food in your lives, and how far will you go to to satisfy your cravings or for food or anything?
Uh, trying new things at home or outside home. I am not a believer of just home cooked food. Food is everywhere. Food is very pure. So wherever it is from, wherever you get good food, that attracts me. be it a chota sa Lhari in some corner, or be it a 5-star at Mumbai, or some 7-course meal, which is a gourmet meal, or be it just thing, served on a paper plate. But everything is very important when it tastes good. When it's a scientific thing. When you have good food, you have that happy hormone that releases, and that
So,
makes you little, satisfied and happy. So for me, being around the food is being happy. When I'm cooking, I feel like I'm meditating, or I'm cooking for my family. So there is so much love going into the food. So overall, it's a very pure experience of getting connected with food, be it anywhere or whatever.
good, good, good. Yes, ma'am. Your
Yes.
views.
So food is very, very important in our lives. Food, first of all, to connects with each other. You can bond it well with the food. If I am not cooking a good food, my husband will not eat only. So, but food is the medium of connecting people and
Uh-huh.
showing your emotion into what you are cooking.
So,
It's your, you can say the food is like a heartbeat. You can put your soul into your food. If we are very hungry coming from outside and we are sit out for a dine out, and we are getting a good food with a good presentation, then you feel to like have that food, and whatever the food is served on the table, you get a connection with that. So food is the, you can say, our heart and soul of a one person, and how he is cooking or she is cooking, you can make out the feelings of that person, the passion of that person which she is putting in the food. So as you taste the food, you can always imagine that so delicately she has served the food, she made a food for the family, and so the love and care you can go through the.
true, very,
Can
very,
I interrupt?
very rightly put. Yes, chef, sir, you were saying something.
Yeah, so what I was saying that this I don't know about other countries, but in India there is a culture of getting connected with food. You go on a date, or have any other meat or whatever, but first thing that will be discussed on the what would be the menu. Even if it's a corporate meeting, people वो sandwiches रख लेते हैं, वो थोड़ा easy रहेगा corporate meeting में. So food is something that connects you socially also, and connects you otherwise, like emotionally also.
Okay.
So it's a very important part of our life, and I think we all are very blessed to be connected. हमारी रोटी कपड़ा मकान सब food के है. So it's like it's a great thing.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Very rightly put. More than being a necessity, more than being a need, I think it's also an expression of love, expression of emotions from a mother to a child, or from a host to a guest. So it's a very important platform that I think we should all use correctly. Thank you so much. Now moving to the next aspect, talking about this lockdown, and I think we all are sitting at home, cooking and doing a lot of other activities also. So I would just like to know from both of our panelists, what is keeping you busy, what is keeping you occupied these days, what is your routine like, every day, and how do you keep yourselves, in the right spirit of mind? Over to
Definitely, I would say after the lockdown, we are going to have like so many chefs in the world. I mean,
Actually,
instead of kitchen, the social media is keeping me very busy with either posting or looking at other food. इसने आज क्या खाना पकाया, इसने आज कौन सी रेसिपी रखी. So I think everyone is just cooking. That is the best pastime for this lockdown. And I heard this news that somebody was about to get divorced, and that lady started cooking so well by looking at videos during this lockdown, and now they are like happily ever after ki tarah reh rahe hain. Like she has become a very good cook now.
Yes.
No, and they are presenting the food in that manner ki they are like a pro.
Yeah.
So looking at the videos and how they are cooking and the presenting the food, no, I must say means I think after the lockdown now we are getting lot of chefs with the pro activities in their home, and I think in this lockdown ना every family is happy. सब लोग खुश है कि new dishes आ रही हैं बन के और इतना अच्छे से housewives और present कर रहे हैं. Even the men in the male sector also, the people are trying hands into cooking and they are creating very well.
Yes. So I just came to know about cooking during the a competition I held last month. So many male entries, and they were also promoting their kids. There was one guy who said his 8 years old daughter, she's making her own YouTube videos and everything. She's baking cakes and presenting it so well. She was explaining everything. So I think this whole industry, food industry, initially was not considered to be so good for people. अगर आप जाके बोलोगे मम्मी पापा को शेफ बनना है, होटल में काम करूंगा, तो that used to be a cliche कि नहीं उसमें तुझको क्या मिलेगा. And nowadays being a chef is like a very classy profession.
Yes.
People are applying for it. So like not in only lockdown but otherwise also it has been a very great thing. And lockdown ke baad so I'm sure that you're going to be flooded with so many entries of chefs coming in, and people will be like, so many chefs we are going to have the whole world.
Certainly.
But that is their hidden talents also, no? So the hidden talents are coming out. So जो अभी सोए हुए शेफ थे लोगों के अंदर वो भी बाहर आ रहे हैं.
True, very much. Absolutely. I think it's
because some people they can cook well but उन्होंने कभी अपना interest नहीं दिखाया. Now the people have shown interest into cooking and they themselves then came to know that they can really cook well.
True, very nice, very. And I think it's also the resilience that they are showing against this coronavirus. It's the food is also showcasing their never say die attitude. I think people are not just cooking but cooking good meals. People are cooking gourmet style, restaurant style, dishes. So I think they're also saying that just because it's lockdown, just because it's corona, just because we are forced to sit at home, doesn't mean that we will give up on our food or give up on our taste choices. I have seen so many varieties of pizzas being made at home. I'm really astonished. I think the pizza business is really going to get closed after this. People will only prefer pizza being made at home. That is one thing that is really.
But I'm very happy that rather than sitting at home, people are trying hands in cooking, and they are experimenting also. And you can say it's a medium of distracting themselves also, because sitting home and resting on a couch, watching news which has no meaning, and giving a negative feeling also. So good, they are doing something productive. So we should appreciate.
Yeah, genuinely. And I think there is a lot of data available. Like there are so many videos. All the good chefs are, sharing their own cooking from home. So they are also sharing their experience, their nice recipes, restaurant style recipes online. So people are using all these mediums to create that feel at home during this lockdown, like restaurant style feel. And yeah, as Vimal said, that pizzas are in trend. So lot of people are baking their bread. Like I'm so much surprised and amazed to see that the kind of breads are being produced at home. It's amazing.
Yes. Very rightly put. And obviously, I feel that people are really going to look at cooking. People are going to look at a chef as a profession, totally in a new light and a new dimension after this lockdown. and the level of respect, the level of the level of requirement for this position or this career option is really going to improve and get much better after the lockdown. Also, one more thing, there's a lot of people who are, as you know, your magazine also caters to them, and it's called as home chefs. Or nowadays, a lot of
Yes.
people at home are cooking. So these people, I think, they're cooking without any proper training or any proper background of cooking or anything. So how do you think they're able to cope up, and what is that is driving them towards cooking, and probably trying new dishes, or probably reattempting those dishes again and again and again, coming up with perfection? Your views on this?
First thing I would say is necessity is the mother of invention. So in this thing, I'll put the necessity is the mother of nice cooking. First thing is the necessity because people cannot go out; they become demanding, and as I said earlier, also food will, put your mood in a good state. It will
Yes.
enhance your mood. So good food is a requirement of this lockdown anyway. And why people are able to achieve it because they otherwise are not in any hassle to go anywhere or they don't have any bigger responsibility. If there is a teacher, for example, she's a teacher in school, but right now she does not have to go to school. She does not have any responsibility like checking the papers or setting papers or whatever it is. So she has all the time to spend in the kitchen and be attentive or she has all the time to do this. So she will create a good dish because at ease at Shanti say or on the YouTube or Instagram there are so many nicely put recipes. So they will use that and make something, put their own ingredients one or two, and then they will create a nice dish. That is the main thing that is inspiring people and letting them create a better dish.
But one more thing I want to say that I agreed with what Dulcie has said, but I want to say that the housewife, those who don't have their equipments, like those who don't have tandoor or oven, they have taken out the substitute. So I salute to their creativity, and then they have uh, take out the substitute. Like if they don't have, you can say tandoor, so they are making bati into some cooker or something. They are baking cake in cooker. If they don't have microwave or oven, like so, they are making pizza and bread and this kind of a thing in a pan. So I'm so happy that okay, they are innovating the things that okay they know how to substitute the things. If oven is not there, then what to use? If your tandoor is not there, then what to use? And the dishes are coming out really well. So I truly appreciate that their efforts.
There are so many options for baking a cake in a kadai by putting a sand and creating a one oven like thing and they are baking nice cake. Also, there are yeast free bread. People are not able to find yeast so easily. Still, they are baking bread. So yes, innovation is surely there, and people are able to achieve that level of food, the end product also. So that is commendable for everyone.
Certainly, certainly. I think, like you said, necessity is one thing, and innovation is the other aspect to it, which is really driving them to success and bringing on perfection in their dishes and cooking and everything else. There is also a lot of restrictions or limitations in terms of sourcing of material, getting ingredients, getting spices. So if you want to try something with Italian, you are not able to get the sauce or the spice mix or the dry herbs and all those things. So what are your suggestions for people who are facing these kind of issues or problems? And how do you feel that they can cope up? Not only for Italian cooking, but just in general. What will your tips be? Limitations of raw materials, limitations of some herbs or spices or something like that. What will your, like you said, for the equipment they can do other things. What can they do for the raw materials? Your suggestions.
Firstly, I would say fusion food is very much in trend, and that can help in this kind of a situation. If you don't have basil to put, you put coriander and garam masala and make pasta. That's fine. And so fusion can be done. One thing. Second thing is, I feel the human being will find a way somewhere or the other the way out for any situation. If they can come up with something like a cooker oven, without oven they can bake good cake. They can manage how to make let's say pastas or burritos or maybe Lebanese food without the proper ingredient. I mean, without any authentic ingredient, but they will still love the taste and they will create a dish.
Yeah,
Yes.
because if they are not getting a pizza base or maida, they are taking the wheat flour also. When they are cooking with that wheat flour ka base and making pizza out of that, and if they like yeast is not available, then they are using curd. So lot of substitutes they already got, and they are doing a fantastic work.
Good, very good. So I think basically the point here is that look for alternatives, look for substitutes, whichever in terms of herbs or spices or anything that you can really think of. Okay. The
Yes,
next.
because mostly. Hmm.
Sorry. Please continue.
No, carry on, carry on. So I'm just saying that the people like housewives, they have their kitchen garden also. So they are taking out the herbs like mint and coriander. So they are using this homegrown herbs also. So that is a very good thing. Instead of going out market, and so they are using their home kitchen
Yes,
herbs.
absolutely.
Hmm. So
Uh,
that also
okay.
keeping them healthy.
Okay. Now coming to the key question of our session. What are some of the trends noticed by both of you? I mean, by both the panelists in terms of cooking and the use of ingredients during this particular lockdown. Trends in cooking, trends in the recipes or dishes or anything for that matter. And
I have
also,
seen people are more going on vegan, keto, and how Dulcie said, fusion. So these are some of the trends which people are following, and they are doing well in this by creating keto recipes. If they are not getting broccoli, so they are doing with zucchini, they are doing with bell peppers, and those who are into vegan, so they are trying out the things with no more dairy products. So people are opting out, and these are some of the trends which is in flow.
I would say rather than talking about trends in cooking, I would say cooking is the trend right now. It itself is a trend. Like, what are you doing? Most 95% of people would say, आज मैं गुलाब जामुन बना रही हूँ, आज मैं पिज्जा बना रही हूँ, and all the things we used to, buy directly from shop. They are creating all these things at home by somebody. They will find the right ingredients and they will create the dishes. So it's a trend now to cook good food. Secondly, yes, the trends that I have marked is making a lot of baking is happening. Uh, Even if you don't have baking soda or if you don't have oven, if you don't have yeast, what baking is happening? People have bread to eat, cake to eat, waffles, and everything is there. Pizzas are there. So a lot of this thing. Second thing is yes, presenting the food so well. So food styling is also one thing which is so much in trend. People, I mean, instead of cooking so good thing or rather than cooking like a proper dish or meal, they would be more inclined towards how I would present that on the Instagram. How would I show that what good food I have created and eye-catchy things. Yes, they would look for substitutes like broccoli and cauliflower because broccoli, even I was looking for it and I couldn't find a good quality of broccoli. mushrooms are not available. I'm using for the first time in my life. I'm using canned mushrooms because veganism can also be a thing because procuring meat, egg is not that easy right now. So people are trying their hands on vegan recipes also. So yeah, these are the trends I see that new techniques of cooking, like as I said, baking without oven is also there. So these kind of trends are budding these days in lockdown.
So I think overall experimentation is coming out big, and I think people are also trying dishes which they would not usually make at home, like you said, gulab jamun or probably a rasgulla or something like. Because there is also abundance of milk or easy availability of milk, so they are also giving up, their traditional choices. The other, my next question will
Ice
be
cream,
yes, ice creams are coming.
people are making ice cream.
I think it's also the need of the season. I think the heat is really catching up with the people. So I think it's forcing them to go with something cooler options. So I think my next question will be very much linked to what you have said, is about, how people are also posing with their dishes. They are very proudly showing their dishes, their creations on Instagram, Facebook, and all the other social platforms. So what do you feel is the connection between food and social networks? Do you think these social networks are helping us, or do you think it's creating a rat race or a competition scenario between people? Is it good? Do you perceive it to be a good thing, or do you perceive it to be a bad thing? What are your views and comments on this?
I would say it's both ways. It's good also, and anything in exaggeration or in excess is not healthy also.
Mhm.
So yes, people are, it's like a rat race that yes, उसने friend ने बनाया, उसने बताया, उसने share किया, तो चलो मैं भी करती हूँ. Then people are also tagging, they are giving challenges, 7 days challenge or
Yes,
3 days
yes,
challenge,
yes, yes.
one ingredient challenge, leftover food ka challenge. Any challenge you will find hashtag लगाओ and the challenge goes on and people will start following that rat race that हाँ मैं ये challenge पूरा करके देखूँ. So yeah, I mean, in a way, it's good. People are busy. People are finding ways to be busy and filling their time. So, the social media and this Netflix, Amazon is the lifestyle for people. So, of course, if they go on social media, they see one person doing something, so they would do the same. Or the husband will tell the wife कि उसकी बीवी ने बनाया तू भी बनना कि भाई उसके हस्बैंड ने बनाया तुम भी ट्राई करो कुकिंग अपने हैंड उसका बेबी बना रहा है चलो मैं भी अपने बच्चे को दिखाती हूँ
One way if social media is helping us, otherwise social media is taking on a different platform also where the different kind of competition happens.
yeah
वैसा हो रहा है क्योंकि हेल्दी कॉम्पिटिशन्स के साथ साथ में कभी कॉम्पिटिशन्स अगली भी हो रही हैं. आई हैव सीन अ लॉट and on social media if one housewife, suppose I am giving example of my neighbor, this is just an example, if my neighbor cooks so well doesn't mean that another one is cooking so well, but due to the competition she is copy pasting the recipe and put it on the social media.
yeah
That is also very much in trend, so doesn't look good. If you are capable to cook well, so please post. If you doesn't know how to cook well, then also if you are cooking whatever you are cooking, just post that. Don't take it as a competition, and if you are taking as a competition, take it in a healthier way.
yeah so yes
Yeah.
there is a rat race that is going on and social media is keeping everyone so busy. I don't know rightfully or there is some ugly thing happening as she mentioned. I don't want to get into that discussion, but yeah, there is a trend of posting about what we are doing.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I think this will really give some insights to all our attendees and participants who are listening to us. So, even the use of social media, if it's done in moderation, I think it will probably give you a good learning. And like Ekta ma'am said, please do not resort to unethical means, or just for the sake of doing things, do not do it, or to show to it somebody, or to boast
Yes.
or to boast your knowledge or anything for that matter. It won't help you, or it won't help anybody's cause for that matter. My last question will now be for today will be, I think now work from home is now become a very, very common phenomenon, and I think we are going to adopt that probably after lockdown also, and then for a very long period of time in the coming months and days. So do you see cooking at home or cooking from home also as a phenomenon growing its roots and gaining popularity once again? And do you see also affecting the restaurant business in the coming times? These are your closing remarks. Please. Thank you.
Staying home is not by choice, but it is necessary for us right now. So yes, restaurants will be affected, and the not the safety measures, but the hygiene measures will also increase even if they start. So it will be a little difficult for restaurateurs to survive, but they will of course find a way out, like home delivery, and start things like cooking from home or home cooked food on your doorsteps or something like that will come. Now the new trend is can be home cooked food at your doorstep. That is what I hope right now after the lockdown.
Okay.
Yeah, the ladies can take up this home cooking job as well. So they can supply the home cooked food, especially for the PG, for the students, those who are bachelors and living in flats, and those who cannot access the healthy food. So at least these home cooks can help them out. So this can be a business for them.
And like I think both of us have agreed that cooking or cooking skills will really take a big thing. So I think people will really want to also be interested and probably apply and get their formal training in cooking and culinary skills. So I think that is where Oro University and School of Hospitality can also come in very handy to them. And any form of training is very, very crucial nowadays. And skill training always helps, and it definitely helps in difficult times. On that note, I would like to thank all the panelists for taking their time out and speaking to us. It was really a very, very interesting and of course a very enriching sessions for all of us, and definitely for us coming from the school side. There are a few questions that are being raised by the participants. Just a few of them. If you don't mind, I think we also have some time remaining. Can we take them up? If you
Yes, please,
okay.
please.
So there is I think one of the question is regarding chef. I think it's for Chef Dolce. I think they want to know how was your MasterChef journey, and what motivated you to strive till the last or survive till the last, basically.
See, the first thing I'll be very, very frank that the reason why I chose to go to MasterChef was Akshay Kumar. That was my first inspiration, nothing else but him, meeting him. And after reaching there, I mean, that was the one reality. There was a time of reality show back then, like 10 years back. People were like, Indian Idol aa raha hai, and then there was some dance shows, and everything was so much trending. So I used to feel that is this all these things are real, these people are real, or they're just picking up, already the artists and doing it. And when I saw the ad of MasterChef, I was like, yeah, this is one thing that I'm very much good at. Something, you can connect to. I cannot dance so well to participate in a dance show, reality show, or I don't sing so well that I can go to Indian Idol or whatever. But this thing, I felt that I can really relate. And the tagline was कि अगर आप घर पे अच्छा खाना बनाते हो तो दुनिया को दिखा दीजिए कि आप क्या कर सकते हो. So that was the tagline of the first season. So I was like,
Yes.
yeah, something I can do. Let's try this. And that was the time of sending SMS. So I sent one SMS to the number given, and I never received any response from them. So when the second season came, I watched the whole first season and I was so much practicing everything that I have to learn to plate it well. I have to learn to cook in time. I have to learn to cook in the pressure. कि भाई इतने time में खत्म करना है. Guests खड़े हैं. I have to serve them. So I used to role play all these things, and my husband used to, encourage me to do this kind of role plays by giving me chef knife as a gift and getting me so many cookbooks and asking me to try new things. So the whole year I trained myself for the second season, which I never hoped that I will be able to get into. And when the second season was declared, I again tried, and then I got calls from them, and then I just started climbing up clearing all the auditions, and I kept going, and going. And then that was food that was, taking me through. The purity of connection with the food that kept me going. And it is still keeping me going.
Okay. I think this question is for both the people. What new dishes have you tried or experimented during the lockdown? Any particular dishes or any particular thing that you would like to mention here? What new dishes have you tried or experimented in the lockdown?
I or Ekta?
I think both. I think both can take this up.
Okay. So Ekta, what have you tried? You tell me first.
I tried pan pizza only. How to make pizza in a pan? I tried and it came out very well. And I tried garlic bread. And stuffed garlic bread I made, and it came out really well. I was so happy. Wow, I can cook. I mean, I have oven in my home, but still, I want to see that those who are trying their hands in the pan, is it coming out really good, or something else they are doing and putting something else on media. So I tried. Let me see. So it came out very well. I cooked pav also, freshly home baked pav. So some of the things.
Already.
So these are some of the things, because I am not getting much time to cook because I have a lot of other work also, like mails and
bread.
huh?
Still you are baking bread.
Yeah. So means my son, no, he wants other things, no, but I'm cooking something, but not much I have tried because due to my busy schedule. But still, today I have prepared some ravioli.
Wow.
So soon I'm going to put it on my social media first time. Let me see.
That will be a good thing. Yes.
Yeah. So let's see.
So I had never tried my hands on the authentic recipes of Indian cuisine. Like mostly the South Indian cuisine and the sweet in Indian cuisine was always, for me, was a big no that no ये सब तो बाहर से ही आ जाएगा ठीक है. So I tried this time. I tried my hands on gulab jamun twice. Then I made malai kofta at home. Then I tried lachha parathas. Then also I made this thing, bisibile bhat and curd rice.
I tried once bread ki gulab jamun and they really turned well.
Really?
Yeah, it really came out very well.
Wow.
So, and in 15 minutes the gulab jamun were ready.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Nice also.
I also kept trying leftover making some better things like rice. Usually we make, next day we will fry the rice and make some things. Leftover hummus which I made chilla. So I kept trying how to recreate the dish from already existing dish. So these are the things I keep trying. Very traditional recipes पे मेरा ज़्यादा ध्यान है because I already have friends with Italian and Lebanese and Mexican cuisine, so I was trying more on the Indian cuisine.
Okay. There is one more question. I think we just have time for that, so we'll just take this very quickly. It's by the question is, what should we do to get ahead in the cooking field?
To get a, sorry?
what should we do to go get ahead in the cooking field? I think each one of you have your own stories, and so the experience is very different. But I think you can just give them some general tips or something in the cooking field.
I would say first you look for what you are good at. Either you are good at cooking, you are good at plating, you are good at creating some better dish from already existing dish, or like Ekta is connected with food, but she is not more into cooking, but she is like she has set one medium for us, like in terms of magazine. So she, of course, she will have so much knowledge of cooking and food, but she's not actually doing it, but she is connected. So you have to first see what you are good at, and then you go for it. Not necessary that all the restaurateurs are good cooks and all the good chefs are big restaurateurs. So you have to see your ability first, your interest, and then you go ahead what you exactly want to do in this food field.
I think, Dolce, practice makes the man perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
So these students can experiment the recipes and keep them practicing. That makes a different thing for them, and they can give us the products really in a good manner. So if they keep on practicing and keep on researching on the recipes, so they can get a lot.
Yeah, but I think for cooking good food is like I feel it's easy to cook good food, but presenting it to reaching it to more people by commercial means is a different thing. If you want to make food industry, I mean food related career or something, then not necessarily you have to be a very good cook. Like you have to cook something very nicely. You need so many other things which are they're attached to the career. That is what my belief is. You have to be an entrepreneur there to even for people to know about that. Yeah, you can cook good food.
But get the basic knowledge first.
Yeah.
Before starting the cooking, you should knowledge of basic cooking at least, so that you can do the justice with what you are cooking.
Yes, totally. Because you have to taste your cooking skills first, then you can think about the peripheral things which are attached to the business.
Absolutely. I will agree with both of you, and I think we have a shortage of time, so I think we'll have to end the session. With this, thank you so much, and it was really a pleasure. I think hopefully, if time permits, in future we will again try to come together and have another session. Thank you so much, both the panelists, and we look forward to meeting you again in future. Thank you so much.
Same here. Thank you, Vimal. Thank you, Oro University. Thank you, Dolce.
Thank you.
Nice meeting